morning and welcome to the Good Morning Naija Extra Show. My name Naija, the last born. Yes, so I be what's about as bad, you call me last born. I forget I already put on for there. Whether I be last born or not be last born, it does not really matter. Does it matter? Call me what I say I am. Welcome on top of the show. They welcome you, especially this ganshous morning on top of Wazobia Max TV. How you day? Hope say you sleep well. In all things, give Baba God the praise because that man, too much. Accountable salam to Ram. Okay, you know, so every time we appear for your screen like this, I always get something really important to talk to you about. And today on the show, no day different at all, because if you do business, the real reason why you make business or you do business now to make profit. And for you to make profit, you need people will go buy those things from you, and those people then they consider them to be consumers or customers, depending on how you want to put them. So today we want to talk about consumers' behavior and how we take they affect business growth. And to follow me talk this thing for inside the studio, of course, I get one old bonge madam where we say she sabi everything about business. She fine, where. Because I know they bring quick come this show. They make sure say I use my eye like Oyoko meter. Check out all the places where I need to check out. And of course, bring out the best of the best to follow me talk on top of the show. So before I go introduce her, I need to grab some more chickly break, make I sip my coffee. And then when we come back, we'll continue on top of the show. Don't go anywhere. Now still the Good Morning Naija Extra Show with this when they come back. Welcome back on the show. Of course, my name is Naija, the last one. And at the Good Morning Naija Extra Show with this. In case you just tune in, you don't know what we want to talk about today. We want to talk about consumers' behavior and how we take the affect business growth. You where they sell Gudu for your outside of your shop now. You they sell puff. Might just use that one to example. You notice say people they follow you buy, some of them know they come back again. Something is wrong somewhere. It's either you're not doing something right or maybe not your product. Anyways, man, not to talk. I feel no sabi. In fact, I don't really sabi much about the business thing. But that's not why I bring you this Ogbonge madam will be my guest on top of the show today. And of course, she know everything we concern business, and she will also follow me talk on top of the matter. So you leave everything where you do. Make sure so you don't go turn off your stove or turn off your gas cooker. Make we know you say food burn. No, can't say say it's not me. I don't fair warn you before because what we want to talk about is super interesting. So if you know say your hand no day too busy, help me jam on together as I welcome my guest, Dr. Omotola Bamigbaye.
Bamigbaye.
I know say the way when I say I don't pray for my body, say, hey God, man, no spoil this name. Oh God, but anyways,
thank you so much.
I'm doing great.
Well. Yes, absolutely.
Omotola Bamigbaye. Bamigbaye. Okay.
Awesome.
How are you, Mama?
Very well, thank you.
You look beautiful. I like the combination of the navy blue and yellow.
Thank you very much.
It's fine. Bye.
I'm close to you.
You're close to me.
You're also blue.
Oh, yeah, it's true. We have a matching colors. And you know, I don't even notice. How was it coming down here?
Very well. The journey was great.
Was it traffic?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Yeah, it was smooth.
It was smooth.
Yes.
How long you done the talk business?
It's been over 20 years.
Oh.
Yes, over 20 years.
Okay. And how has the experience been so far?
Not bad. It's exciting because in business world you meet some challenges. The challenges are always there. The ones you planned for, the ones you didn't plan for. But as a business person, you just realize that you've got to overcome the obstacles every day. You keep checking how it affects you, not only you as an organization, but the customers and consumers who use your products and those who buy the products for it to be available.
Okay.
So all of those intricacies, you look at it and then you devise means, methods of overcoming them.
Strategies.
Absolutely.
Of overcoming them. And
Absolutely.
It's been smooth.
It's not exact. That one is not smooth. No. That one is not smooth.
Small gallop.
Yeah. Here and there.
So if you drive go front, you see speed bump, you slow down.
Absolutely.
You climb and move again. Another speed bump, you. That's so the thing they go.
Yeah, that's so the thing they go.
But at least at the end of the day, everything
we're
they
surviving.
Go. Okay, so we want to talk about consumers' behavior and how it they affect business growth. So I want to ask, say, what be some of the significant factors where they influence consumer behavior? Okay, first of all, what be consumer behavior?
So it talks about how we as individuals, how we consume, how we use the things that we buy.
Okay.
What are the things that enable us to make the choices that we make? I think basically it speaks more to the reasons why we make the choices that we make, and how we use and we dispose of those goods and services that we buy. So why do we choose the things we do? Why do we behave in certain ways? Our shopping behaviors, our consumption behaviors, what drives them? What is motivating us and what is instigating those choices? That's basically what consumer behavior is. And it's quite an elaborate space because the study is evolving, you know. Just when you think you really know your consumer, a trend might happen, some economic changes might happen that can make the consumer have choices or be exposed to more spaces, platforms, occasions that you didn't think of. Yeah, and then that also means that as the consumer is evolving, you also need to be evolving as well, so that together you can meet each other at a good space.
And then carry on the business.
Make sure that you buy.
Make sure that you buy. So no matter anything way they do, where they run go, no matter waiting the influence, you just make sure say you buy. That's the end.
Just make sure that the consumer can make you their choice.
Okay, make sure that the consumer can make you their choice. So how businesses take leverage on this consumer's behavior, or rather on these factors to drive their business so that their businesses grow?
So one of the most important things businesses need to do is, first of all, to understand who their consumer is. The more, because I mean, if you want to sell more, you've got to know why they're buying.
Yeah.
If I don't know why you're buying, it's likely that I'm going to be meeting you in the wrong place. The pack sizes might be wrong. The channels might be wrong. I might just be doing the wrong things. You know, I might be selling by chance, but am I really optimizing the opportunities that I have? It's a different conversation. So we always say, first of all, who is this business for? Your target audience, who really are they? You're going to have some that are primary, you're going to have some that are secondary, and your focus always should be the primary. Who really is my target consumer? Who is this business for? Who is this goods? Who are these goods for? The services that I'm providing, who really needs it? Who really uses it? What do they use it for? And apart from knowing who uses it, what are they using it for? Because when you know what they're using it for, then it's easier for you to make the right product that meets that need. Every consumer or customer is buying something for a need. How are you plugging that gap? How is your product or service meeting them at the point of their need? Because ultimately, I want to buy something that I can use. I want to buy something that is beneficial to me. I want to buy something that is of value. Value, yes, absolutely. So I think understanding the consumer, and of course, after understanding the consumer, you want to talk to them in the way that they want to be spoken to. What are we saying? How are we saying it? Where are we saying it? What are we saying? So you might have a fantastic product, but does the consumer also know what that product is? Because sometimes we believe that the consumer should know. But maybe they don't. Maybe a little bit of explanation, a little bit of demo, a little bit of improving the insight about it might just instigate the consumer to buy. So I think know your customer, know where your customer wants, know where to find your customer. So after knowing your customer, know where to find them, because that also tells to the kind of communication. It tells to the kind of activities that you do to elicit and grow brand love. Because loyalty stems from brand love.
Wow. Very, very, people when they speak English say very profound. Very, very insightful. So you mentioned your consumers' language.
Yes.
They have a language they understand. How I want take know the language where they understand. For instance, if I want to sell, let me say shoes, it gets language we're supposed to speak.
Yes.
Or the language, is it for me to speak Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa?
No, it is not in the kind of language.
Okay.
It is in the language that people who are looking for shoes can understand.
Okay.
Because whether you're Igbo, whether you're Hausa, whether you're Yoruba, we all wear shoes.
Okay.
But then what kind of shoes do you wear?
Okay.
What kind of shoes are your consumers looking for?
Okay.
Right? If I'm shopping for a pair of shoes, I want to look for communication or information that talks to the kind of shoes that I'm looking for. Open, flat, big feet, wide feet,
Okay.
small.
So those are the languages.
Those are the things that cue the consumer towards searching for you,
Okay.
the entrepreneur.
Okay. So because we did for digital age now, okay, we did in the era of social media, everything. Of course, we have so many online vendors, WhatsApp CEO, Instagram CEO. Of course, there are WhatsApp CEOs, Instagram CEOs, Facebook CEOs, TikTok CEOs, and the likes. So with the rise of social media and online review, of course, I know it gets impact on how consumers they make their decisions. So my question be say, what are the strategies where businesses use manage their online reputations?
When you're I think the first thing is to put the right thing out.
Okay.
Yeah, a reputation is managed when there's something wrong.
Okay.
You don't need to manage the reputation if all goes well.
Okay.
And when for everything to go well, you've got to be putting the right communication out there, sending the right messages, the right visuals, the right context, so that you are not misinterpreted in any way, right? So that first is the first thing we need to do, ensure that your consumer, you are speaking their language, like we spoke about earlier, speaking their language and ensuring that they can meet you in your space, because you can't speak above your consumer. They probably won't understand.
Okay.
You've got to come to the level of the consumer based on the characteristic of the consumer. How, I think if your consumer is predominantly from a regional space,
Okay.
you want to speak in that language a lot of times so that you can draw your consumers closer to you. There will be no point speaking in English when predominantly it's a geographical space where the language of that geography is what the communication is what they're using. It only makes sense to try and
communicate in their language.
In that language so that they can better understand you.
Okay.
And then when we talk about the online presence, you want to put out communication that endears them to you. What are their idiosyncrasies? What are their nuances, cultural nuances?
Okay.
If you look at a couple of television adverts, if it's directed to a regional space, it has all the cultural nuances.
They dress like them.
They dress like them.
Even the sound is like from that region.
Good.
And okay.
So I'm loving this. Go on. I'm loving this.
So, like for instance, if they want to, okay, let's use Ramadan for instance.
Good.
So if they want to make an advert for the Ramadan season,
Yep.
so they will use the soundtrack that either they will use Call to Prayer or the typical
You're just spot on. The call to prayer is a very good one. You're spot on.
I
I know, right?
Okay, so I think that answers the question. So then let's move on to emotions, because I think emotion are one thing where they drive consumers' behavior. So my question right now, how businesses create emotional connections with their customers?
In creating emotional connections with your customer, you want to find your customer where your customer can be found.
So at the end of the day, let's find out for where they day.
Oh, for where they day.
Okay.
So if say dance they like,
okay,
yeah, you have to find them in the dance space. You have to create activities, occasions, things that meet them in that space where they are, and that's how that affinity is created.
Okay.
So it depends on what you would like them to do. I can go on.
Yes, go on.
Sorry.
Drop your thoughts.
Okay. So it depends on what you would like them to do and how you would like them to do it. So find them where they want to be found. Engage in activities where your consumers are engaging in. Do it with them, and then therefore you create emotions. Also, brands that are able to do some bit of the emotional space also comes with you caring.
Okay.
You know,
care and attention.
A purposeful marketing is what we call it in our own space.
Okay.
Purposeful marketing. I'm not only selling to you.
Okay.
Like let's take an insecticide brand for instance. I don't only want to sell an insecticide to you. I want to teach you how to use it. I want to teach you what causes
mosquitoes and insects coming to
malaria. Yes, stop the mosquito breeding. Tell you what you can use when you have malaria, and more importantly, empower you such that you're able to reduce the incidences of malaria.
Okay. We'll go back small chickily break. Of course, when we come back, we'll continue. Of course, you don't know the things what you need to do to create connection between you and your consumer. I mean, no be like say you sell for yourself alone. No go anywhere. Now still the Good Morning Naija Extra. Will they come back? Welcome back. Now still the Good Morning Naija Extra. My name Naseyene, the last born. Of course, we dey talk about waiting. We dey talk about business. Of course, you have to. So when I say business, you go say, oh, me I know they do buying and selling. You they sell services. Okay, and the person where they buy that service from you, not be only who they sell cloth or who they sell pepper or who they sell this, who they sell that. Even if na talk you they talk and then they pay you for that talk where you they talk, of course you still get customers where you want, we go call you for the gig. So it concerns everybody. So when they talk about consumers' behavior and how it affect your business growth, you they wonder why your business no they grow. Listen attentively because you will surely learn one or two things will be the reason why that they never call you back for that gig or why that customer will come out for your hand when you come back again. And I still get my very beautiful guest with me for inside the studio in the person of Dr. Omotola. Hi, Mama.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Hope you are having fun.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So I go move on to my next to my next business. Of course not my next business. To my next question. How businesses take for use data, or whether or not data being a data, of course, and data and analytics for better understanding of their customers and how they take for use this one, make they for no make mistake when they try to understand their customers.
So I think that's a very, very apt question in today's world. And why I say that is because data itself is almost like everything.
Okay.
You know, I think in today's world, you really can't get away without it. It's all around you. It's everywhere around you. And making use of it only empowers you, and making use of it enables you to make fact-based decisions.
Okay.
And also you are precision, the level of precision you get to also, you know, it improves a lot, basically because the analytics are there to support you. Data is there to help you. I mean, in the last 20 years, you would say that there's been some bit of improvement. And why we say that is because you can literally feel data around you because we have conversations are ongoing, analytics are there, number of people who shopped. You know, even the online business itself is helping.
Yeah.
You can know how many people came to your page. You post a picture, you can see how many people engage with it.
Yeah.
So the numbers are there.
Okay.
You know, the granularity of data is now there.
Okay.
And you can literally analyze and know whether this works or it doesn't work, or it gives you steps. You are able to take steps in the direction that is good for you.
Okay.
So you shouldn't even be having the decisions. Most of the decisions you need to be taking today should be fact-enabled.
And these facts, you get them from data?
From the data, and the data is all around you. You know, technology is there. A lot of things now you can track.
Okay.
So as basic as coming from conversations to click rates, to open emails, to engagements,
to views, to comments, to likes,
to comments, the data is all around us. So you can literally track to know if it works, and if it doesn't work. And where it works, what is it about it? What has made it to work?
Okay.
Yeah, if you really then go down and say, okay, this is working. I've realized that this is working. What are the factors that are making it work? Or which lever should I pull to further sustain it? Thank you very much. So I would say in today's world, you shouldn't even do anything without data, because even let's even take, for example, TikTok. The entrepreneur who is sitting in a 1-bedroom apartment, mixing cream, selling the cream online, she's checking how many people saw her views, she's putting up her videos, she's advertising her product by herself.
Yeah.
She can literally check the kind of people who buy from her.
Yes, and categorize
them and say, hey, I think this set of people in this socioeconomic class or within this geography are buying more from me. Then she focuses her attention, focuses advertising, focusing her Snapchats, everything towards that, and she's sponsoring and promoting it towards that. So she's seeing the value. So how much more bigger?
And it can even actually help the person form her targeted audience.
Of course. Because even if you were not sure initially, data helps you to be sure.
Okay.
Right? So it points you in the right direction. It helps you to have fact-based conversations.
Okay. So now let's move on to, this question what I want to ask now. Okay, so what can be some of the effective ways where businesses fit take encourage their customers to be loyal to them and also come back, talking about retention, come back, and also how they take give long-term benefits to their loyal customers?
Let's start from the outside in.
Okay.
Yeah, you're my customer, you're outside, you want to come in.
Okay.
For you to be loyal to me, I've got to be happy, right? First, the brand or product or service needs to make the customer or consumer happy.
Okay.
I first need to be happy. You first, also as an organization or enterprise, you need to deliver on the brand promise. If you've promised that you will do this, make sure that your promise delivers on that promise. Because value is what all customers, all consumers buy.
Okay.
Right? Now, when that is done, and we've closed that second phase, then you begin to hold on to me by making sure that you can sustain the relationship. And how do you sustain that relationship? Through communication.
Okay.
Through communication, building loyalty plans.
Okay.
You can build loyalty plans that sustains you. You know, activities that ensure that there's something you are looking forward to. You know, I'm promoting one way or the other to make sure that you're getting offers from me.
Yes.
I'm giving you information about my new products. I'm giving you information or upscaling the kind of products that you have.
Okay.
You know, if you used to buy this from me, I kind of uptrade you or upscale you to say, hey, look, thank you for doing business with us, but I have something new, I have something fantastic. I think this will be of benefit to you.
Yeah.
Move people up the ladder.
Okay.
Always, so that your customer is growing with you. As you're growing, your customer is growing with you. So a couple of loyalty plans, a couple of promotions that helps you to keep the customer with you, and of course, communication.
Yeah.
Keep the customer always informed about your new businesses, about how they can better use of what they currently do with you.
Yes.
Can encourage them to stay with you in the long haul.
So basically, also care for them, treat them,
and appreciate
let them feel special.
Good.
Let them feel special. So I learned you have a book.
Yes, I do.
What's the title of the book?
Imperfectly Awesome.
Imperfectly Awesome. Wow. It has to do with business?
It has to do with authenticity, resilience, tenacity, resilience, and authenticity.
And you need all these things for business?
Everybody needs it.
Everybody needs it.
Whether you're an employer or you're an employee.
You need that particular, like all those things that you mentioned. So. Okay, so I move on to my next question. I want to talk about the way societal trends and societal trend and culture take the influence customers' behavior. Do you think that's a thing?
Culture is a new thing.
Oh.
and culture will eat strategy for breakfast. Because you can have a fantastic strategy.
Okay.
But if you are not incorporating culture into it,
Okay.
you realize that your strategy is standing on its own legs without the culture part of it.
Okay.
Therefore, when you are implementing, it will fall through.
Okay.
Because you have not carried along the cultural influences into the strategy that you've built.
Okay.
You have built the strategy for people, but the people you've built it for are going in another direction. You are facing another direction.
Okay.
So your strategy is there. There's a fantastic plan, but the execution will be flawed because you've not incorporated culture. And well, when we say culture, what do we mean? The way we behave.
Okay.
The way we look.
Yes.
The way we say the things we say. How we want to be projected. Right? All of those are what is incorporated into the communication space. Yeah? And we were talking about an example earlier where you then literally scolded me.
What example? I don't think I can go back to the example because I don't think I can remember the example.
Well, you did well. It was awesome.
I
the
did
example,
very well.
Yeah, it was spot on.
Oh.
You know, we're talking about the Ramadan.
Okay,
Yes. That
okay.
is cultural,
Oh,
right?
that's cultural.
Yes,
Okay.
because if you wanted to have some communication and it was Ramadan period, you will remember all of those things to incorporate into the communication or conversation as it relates to people in that
that
religious
area.
space.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because I was going, before you even brought up the whole Ramadan thing, I think my follow-up question was going to be people moving with trends. Because I know that there were things that, for instance, noodles, you understand, from when I was in primary school, that was when it was introduced, and up till now. So I wanted to ask, or rather, I want to ask, not I wanted to, I want to ask, say, how these brands they keep up with time. Like for instance, person where they start up in your own brand now.
Yeah.
And for maybe the brand when start up, it don't feel handle the trend, the age. It don't feel handle millennial. How do you now move it to Gen Z, from Gen Z to Gen Alpha, from Gen Alpha to Gen Beta? Because now Gen Beta now they're born for 2025. So as a brand, how do you move? How do you stay relevant?
So being relevant speaks to you being nimble, being nimble, being on the ground, being close to your consumers.
Okay.
Being aware of the changes that are happening within the consumer space.
Okay.
Because you see, a simple trend can change consumer behavior.
Oh.
Yes, one simple trend can change consumer behavior. Because we're all we all aspire towards something.
Okay.
And if it's a good thing, then you're in luck. Because if your consumers move another way, you really need to find a way to either bring them back or find what suits them,
So you have to
where
keep
they
adjusting.
are. So you have to keep adjusting. So when you talk about a brand, how do you maintain the relevance? Your relevance is maintained by constantly being ahead of the consumer.
Okay.
Because if you are not moving with the consumer, they will leave you behind. Technology will go ahead of you. Consumers will evolve around you. You will be where you are. Your product is not going to change. You've got a fantastic product, but then how are you evolving to meet what your new consumers are needing? Where are they going? Because they might also have moved to another platform, another space.
And also, they might even move to your competitors.
They can move to your competitors, but sustaining your relevance speaks to how you are evolving. You will notice that there's innovations that are happening, and that's how innovations are born. You know, variants, extensions. You know, you might have those products in one flavor. Tomorrow there's just this new rave about another flavor.
And be moving.
You've got to be able to move in time with that flavor, and also do not waste time. Another thing with trends is they don't last forever, and they don't last long.
Okay.
So speed over perfection.
Okay.
Speed over perfection pays all the time. Get into that space, get to acquire new, because the new consumers you're acquiring are the new consumers who are on the new trend. Okay. So eventually, altogether, you are increasing your segmentation. Okay. So as you continue to segment your consumers, so also the innovations to meet them, and the new offerings which you are giving, and the new spaces which they are at.
So at the end of the day, just stay woke. Stay woke. Be part of the trend.
Be part of the trend.
Be part of the trend. Stay
Otherwise,
they will leave you behind.
Yeah.
Now we grab some more chicken break. When we come back, we'll still continue on top of the show. Don't forget, we'll talk about consumers' behavior and how it takes to help your business growth. My name is Naija, the last one. Of course, now the Good Morning Naija Extra. And my beautiful guest, Dr. Omotola, still here. No go anywhere when they come back. Welcome back. Now, still the Good Morning Naija Extra show with this. And my name, Naija, the last born. If you ask me why they always call my name small, because they don't call me things where I know be. Siana, Sene, no, Sine. I don't even want to talk Syrian. Syrian na sin. Can you imagine? That's not why they break them down. Say, yeah, ne, the last one. Of course, I did here with my own beautiful guest. I don't know why they stress the word beautiful, but because she's very, very beautiful. Yes, you are, ma'am.
Thank you.
Dr. Omotola.
Thank you very much.
How are
and
you,
it's
Mama?
a pleasure to be here. I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. So we're talking about business, consumers' behavior, of course, under business, and how it take the affect business growth. We don't talk so many things, but now we want to move on to misconceptions, because I feel of course, we as a people generally, most of us we always assume things, and all this assumption they lead to misconceptions. So what can be some of the misconceptions where businesses they get about their consumers, and how businesses avoid these assumptions so that their business could feel grow the way it's supposed to grow?
You know, that's such an interesting one. And why I say it's interesting is because sometimes we think we know what people want.
Okay.
We think we do. And why we think we do is because there's this fantastic innovation we just thought of. You know, I think this is going to be the best. You know, there's nothing else that exists other than this. This is going to go off the roof. But are your consumers in that space? Is that what they really want? Is the level of consumer maturity even up to that stage? Which is why we're saying, don't give people what you think is the best.
Okay.
Give them what they really want.
Okay.
And the only way you can know that is to what? Find out.
Okay.
Talk to your consumers, find out what they want.
You have to do market research, right?
Absolutely. Oh, good. You are doing so well.
I just did wait because I know say market research. I sabi small. I sell okrika for this life.
Oh
so
my goodness.
Before I start to sell my okrika, I first count how many people for my hostel they wear okrika, so that when I open my bell, I'll go straight up to them and tell them I now sell okrika.
Tell me how do your business sell?
Okay, how I did my business. Oh God, my business.
Tell me you sold out.
Yes, I did actually.
Try.
But they owe me credit. Oh, they owe me credit. I wish I can call them out, but I can't. They're still
Don't do that.
Till now.
Don't worry, it's fine.
So back to the
it's called bad
misconception.
loss. Those ones are gone. You can't get it.
It's called what?
It's gone.
No, I'll collect my money.
I wish you luck.
So let's go back to the misconceptions.
So we were talking about giving consumers what they really want.
Yes.
Because we shouldn't make the assumption that we know what they want.
Okay.
So the consumer research is necessary.
Okay.
And thank you for telling us about the market research. Both together. The market research tells you which markets will be available for it and will be ready to take it.
Okay.
Which talks to the channels, you know. Some products are found in some channels, some channels you don't find it.
Okay.
Speaks to the availability.
Yeah.
But when it comes to consumer research, it talks about the kind of consumers who will buy and become your target consumers.
Yeah.
So sometimes they like, but maybe the pricing doesn't work for them. So all of that, all of those elementary things, the factors, thank you, you will find out when you do both, the market research and the consumer research. All of those researches will help you to fine-tune the offering.
Okay.
So you can have a fantastic idea, but the research helps you to fine-tune it to meet the customer need and want.
Okay. So if you're able to do that, of course.
Yeah, so that's one misconception.
Okay.
That you give them what you don't think you know what they want. The other one is don't assume that they will find you when they don't see you. They will definitely go and look for competition.
Oh.
Don't assume that if it's a consumer who is sold on you, your consumers are loyal to you, doesn't mean they won't switch when they don't find you.
Okay.
So they will be loyal for a couple of
for a period of time.
For a period of time. But eventually, if they don't find you, they don't see you, you're not talking to them, somebody else is going to come take them away from you. So please be close to your consumer. Don't assume they'll be there forever. Innovation will come, competition will come, and then also they realize that maybe you don't even love them as much as they thought. So brand love is important.
Because if you love me, you will look for me.
You will look for me, yeah. So and you will talk to me.
You will talk to me.
Absolutely.
If you love me, you look for me and you talk to me. So if you are not talking to me, if you are not looking for me, it means you don't love me.
Not enough.
That means you don't love me enough.
Not enough, yes.
And you don't need me.
Probably.
Okay, so I think our time done they go. But before we go, I would like make we still talk about imperfectly awesome conversation. That's the thing, right?
Yes, please.
When is it happening?
13th of April,
okay.
2025 at the Muson Center.
Am I invited?
Oh, yes, please.
I should come.
Absolutely.
Sure, you want me
We'll
to
be
come?
looking forward to seeing you. Remember, I will look for you. I will talk to you if I love you.
Because you love me, you look for me, you talk to me because you love me. Okay, and so, and what? Okay.
And it basically speaks to the fact that we're all a little flawed, yeah?
Okay.
We're all a little flawed and we require a bit more help than we always like to admit.
Okay.
So imperfectly awesome speaks to our authenticity, speaks to tenacity, speaks to resilience, speaks to resilience, and how as human beings we climb the ladders, the obstacles, ladders, and challenges, how we overcome the different challenges
that we have.
and curveballs that life throws at us.
Curveballs. I love curveballs. Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you for coming through. So I just need one or two advice, maybe probably in 1 minute, for a business person out there. We just feel say things no they go well for them. Probably, of course, you go don't learn what you don't talk about consumers' behavior and how it take the important for your business growth. So if you want to give business person where they watch us right now one advice on business growth, what will be the advice we will give them?
The advice I will give will be to say that if you want to sell more, you need to know why people are buying.
Okay.
And that speaks to know your
customers. So if you want to sell more, you have to know why people are buying, because there's always a reason why they are buying, and that is also very, very important. Thank you so much, Dr. Omotola, for coming. And you have a beautiful smile. I've not said that yet.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much that you joined us on the show today. Of course, I've learned one or two. If you want to sell, you need to know why people are buying. Or if you're selling, of course, really know why people, they buy those things from you. They know they just carry by like that. There's a language you're speaking where there's something you're doing right. Pay attention to that thing and make sure so you know come out your eye from that thing. Till I come your way again, my name is still Sayene, the last born. And of course, the Good Morning Naija Extra on top of Zebra Max TV. Make sure they follow us on all social media platforms because we are there for you. On behalf of me, myself, and my mentor, and everybody inside the studio, plus my guest, we say enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.